Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Relatos de Ternura. I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend this moment with me today. You know, there's something truly magical about the evening hours, that gentle transition from day to night, when our bodies and minds prepare for rest. But if you're over 60, like so many of our wonderful viewers, you might have noticed that getting quality sleep isn't quite as simple as it used to be. Tonight, I want to share something incredibly important with you. We're going to talk about the habits that could be quietly sabotaging your sleep, and more importantly, how to create an evening routine that nurtures your well-being and sets you up for the restorative rest you deserve. Because here's the truth, at this beautiful stage of life, sleep isn't just about rest, it's about healing, memory consolidation, and giving your body the gift of renewal. So let's dive into these crucial insights together. The first thing we need to address is something that's become almost second nature in our modern world, but it's particularly harmful for those of us over 60. Never, and I mean never, spend extended time on bright screens right before bed. I know, you might be thinking, but I love catching up on the news or scrolling through photos of my grandchildren, and that's completely understandable. But here's what happens. Those blue lights from your phone, tablet, or television trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Your body stops producing melatonin, the hormone that naturally makes you sleepy. For someone over 60, this disruption is even more significant because our melatonin production naturally decreases with age. We're already fighting an uphill battle, so why make it harder? Instead, try creating a digital sunset in your home. About 2 hours before bedtime, dim the lights and put away the devices. Pick up that book you've been meaning to read, write in a gratitude journal, or simply sit quietly with your thoughts. I promise you'll feel the difference. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you, eating large or heavy meals close to bedtime. I've heard so many people say, well, I've always had dinner at 8 p.m., and I go to bed at 9:30. But friends, as we age, our digestive systems slow down. And what worked in our younger years might not serve us now. When you eat a heavy meal before bed, your body has to work overtime to digest it. Your internal temperature rises, your heart rate increases, and your body produces stress hormones, all the opposite of what you want for peaceful sleep. Maria, a 64-year-old viewer, once shared with me how she struggled with restless nights until she realized her late dinners were the culprit. She started eating her main meal by 6 p.m. and noticed a dramatic improvement in her sleep quality within just a week. If you must eat something before bed, choose something light and sleep-promoting, perhaps a small handful of almonds, a cup of chamomile tea, or a few cherries, which naturally contain melatonin. Your body will thank you. Here's something that touches my heart deeply, because I know so many of you struggle with this: lying in bed and letting your mind spiral into worry, regret, or anxiety about tomorrow's challenges. After 60, we often carry the weight of many experiences, concerns about health, family, finances, or simply the changes that come with this stage of life. But bedtime is not the time to solve these problems. In fact, trying to do so will only rob you of the peace you need. I want you to create what I call a worry window, a specific time earlier in the day, perhaps after lunch, when you allow yourself 15 to 20 minutes to acknowledge your concerns, and either take action or accept what you cannot change. Write them down if it helps. Then, when bedtime comes, you can gently remind yourself, I've already given these thoughts their time today. Instead, use those precious moments before sleep for gratitude. Think of 3 things that brought you joy today, no matter how small. Maybe it was the warmth of sunlight through your window, a phone call from a friend, or simply the fact that you made it through another day. This practice rewires your brain for positivity and peace. Many of you are wonderfully committed to staying active, and I celebrate that. But here's a mistake I see often: engaging in vigorous exercise too close to bedtime. Exercise is fantastic for overall health and can improve sleep quality, but timing is everything. Intense physical activity raises your core body temperature, increases adrenaline, and stimulates your nervous system, all things that can keep you awake for hours. The magic number is at least 3 hours between vigorous exercise and bedtime. If you're someone who loves evening walks, that's perfectly fine. Gentle, relaxing movement can actually help you sleep better, but save the intense workouts for earlier in the day. Think of your evening exercise as a gentle wind-down rather than a pump. Some light stretching, gentle yoga, or a peaceful walk in nature can be the perfect transition to sleep. Finally, let's address something that might seem minor but can make a huge difference: sleeping in a room that's too warm. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating temperature, and many people over 60 find themselves feeling cold more often. This leads to overheating bedrooms, which actually disrupts sleep quality. Your body naturally wants to cool down as you prepare for sleep. It's part of your circadian rhythm. The ideal sleeping temperature is between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. I know that might feel chilly at first, but trust the process. Use comfortable bedding to stay warm rather than cranking up the heat. Your deep sleep stages will be more restorative and you'll wake up feeling more refreshed. My dear friends, I want you to remember something important. Good sleep at any age is not a luxury. It's a necessity, and you deserve it. You've earned the right to peaceful, restorative nights after all the years you've given to others. These changes might feel challenging at first, but I believe in your ability to create new, healthier habits. Start with just one of these suggestions, maybe creating that digital sunset or moving your dinner time earlier. Small steps lead to transformative changes. Remember, every night is a new opportunity to gift yourself the rest you need. Your body is wise, your spirit is resilient, and your best days can still be ahead of you, starting with better sleep tonight. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Share which habit you're going to change first, or tell us about a sleep improvement you've already experienced. Your story might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear. And if you found value in today's message, please consider subscribing to Relatos de Ternura and sharing this video with someone who might benefit from better sleep. Together, we can create a community of support and wellness. Sweet dreams, beautiful souls. Until next time, take care of yourselves. You're worth it.